you Welcome to downtown Detroit, and welcome inside Ford Field. Tonight, we've got an entertaining one in store for you. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And Sunday night prime time, he's off and running. Flowers now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Throw finds Ja'Marr Chase. Running down the left side. Ja'Marr Chase. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Ja'Marr Chase touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
A loss of 2.
So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. And the defender's there to knock this away, and that effort means it's 4th down. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Going to have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. Fair catch made here at the 30. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the second time. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with a home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few bluebirds.
Finds his fullback. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First and 10.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Out of the gun, Henry. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. As a man, Justin Jefferson. They're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Oh, flag is down here. This might be a free play. Goes right back to Jefferson, complete. And he goes out of bounds as now we're going to hear from our referee. We both saw the defender jump there before that snap. First down, here's Lamar. Has some room to work. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pull out in front for their 13-zip. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
An extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Lions nothing.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here comes Williams on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Lions headed out for their second drive of the game. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. The start on the ground with Gibbs. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought down by the versatile All-Pro, Kyle Hamilton.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Ravens get him, down he goes. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
It's a loss of
When we
6.
think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
3rd and long for him here. Taken in by Williams outright. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, You're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days. When you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. He's got it at the 24. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Aiden Hutchinson on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. Our score, 14-0. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back at the beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They start with 2nd and 6. Lamar now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they don't get any help on this second down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. This finds its target. That's Hill. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 10 yards.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. From the gun, a run for Henry. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Defense was clearly focused on taking away the pass, and that RPO scheme offensively feels so good when you get the job done and you get a chunk run on RPO. That's setting you up for some success.
Going to the ground again on first. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Jackson. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
That's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Jackson now on 3rd. And the Lions are there to bring him down. A couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Did this defense ever need that or what? Just a step in some kind of right direction. Hopefully now they can build on that sack and claw their way back from this pretty slow start.
The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on first down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. for Gibbs. Oh, the football's loose. And this is picked up by the Ravens. They won't manage anything after the recovery, so that is where they'll take over after the fumble. First and 10. Here's Jackson. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he has a gain of 4 on the run, which runs us up to the 2-minute warning. The Ravens trotting out their offense. They're up 2 touchdowns and could make it a 3-score game here. Second and 6 coming up here. From the gun, Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Extra man in the secondary for the Lions on this third down. Sends this to the end zone. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a third one's coming at some point.
On fourth now, on comes Tyler Luke. Going to try this field goal for the Ravens. A 49-yarder in front of him here. Luke knocks it through. And that will add to their score.
Kate, I call that a win-win in the first half. You win on the scoreboard, obviously, by adding 3 and adding to your lead. But you also win mentally, making your opponent know if they make a mistake, you're going to capitalize.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Khalif Raymond to return it. This makes it up to the 25. The offense headed out now for Detroit. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Quick slant, that's Williams. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
37-yard line.
We've set it downs from the 37. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. It's a 29-yard gain. And the Lions have a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
That's Laporta again. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that is good for Detroit first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. Back to the air, Mahomes. Somebody there, and he knocks it away. Couldn't connect for it all on that first down. So back to the drawing board, they go for second. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Another throw for Mahomes. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And this one only manages the yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Third down, it's Mahomes. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Bates' kick is up and good. And the gap closes to 14 points.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Flowers now to return it. He dodged the tackle. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
The Ravens take over.
The Ravens taking over now on offense. Minimal time remaining in the half. And with that 2-score lead, partner, they've got the option here. You can sit on it, or they could try something really aggressive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. To the left side, caught by Andrews. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It's a gain of 10. And a Raven first down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. 2nd down coming up.
He was covered by Patrick
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down. Throwing again is Lamar. To the right side and wheeled in by Chase. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First down, Ravens.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Jackson's going to throw again. Andrews with the catch. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Lamar throwing again. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's Raymond on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Out come the Lions. They've got the first series of the 2nd half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Gibbs. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Lions have a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First down throw, Mahomes. This one's going to hit the ground to incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. So they're left facing third and long.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Nacua here, he's got it. The 48 play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
First and 10 at the
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of
line.
QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Lions have a first down.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Mahomes on first and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Couldn't connect with Puka Nacua. So that brings up second down.
Second and 10 at the
They haven't found it easy to
21-yard
score in
line.
this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
To the corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Oh, he made the catch, but didn't get down in bounds.
Incomplete.
Well, I think the defense coaches and coverage, breathing a sigh of relief. There was space right there. If that throw came 1 second earlier, that was going to be 6.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. They'll air it out on third. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
Bates' kick is up and good. And that gets them back to within 11.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Baltimore running its offense out now. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
The drive begins with Henry. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Lamar now from the gun. He can run it. And Jackson slides in safely after picking up enough of that first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Jackson looking to throw. He puts some air under it deep down the left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And now it's second down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends.
Someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darren Stingley Jr. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Now, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Off play action. It's Mahomes. Buying some time left. He tucks it and takes